Hello Internet. Today we're doing another Arena Cube draft. You might be able to hear my dog in the background there. Lego's hungry for his dinner. I think someone else is getting it though. This pack's pretty good. So, few directions I could go with it. Take Eldest Reborn. It's just a very generically powerful card. Could take Mayhem Devil. I think the Sacrifice deck is pretty well supported. Castle Lochthwain is a strong card. Could take like Thassa's Oracle if I want to try to do some self-mill shenanigans. I'll just start with I guess I'll start with the Eldest Reborn. I'm not like this doesn't commit me to any particular color, strategy, or archetype. So it's a pretty flexible pick. It only has one black mana symbol, so it can be splashed in any deck. Looking at this pack, Kazandu Mammoth is just a very generically powerful card. Gifted Aetherborn is strong. Be a good follow-up to Eldest Reborn if I wanted to stay on color. Cultivate is good. I kind of like the ramp decks in this format. Yeah, I'll take a Cultivate. See what we can do here. Well, Golos is interesting. Can I make a Golos deck work? There aren't as many like high value lands to get with Golos as there are in something like the Vintage Cube, where you can find Tolarian Academy or Gaia's Cradle or whatever. But it is still a pretty strong card. Lifecrafter's Bestiary is pretty good. Some card advantage and card selection. I'll take the Golos. Golos is a fun card. I'm not necessarily committed to green just yet. Indatha Triome. It's a good one to find with Golos. There's also Mazemind Tome, which is just a very strong card. And flexible. Bloodchief's Thirst is a pretty good removal spell. I'll just take the Mazemind Tome. Staying pretty open here. Kind of bobbing and weaving a bit. And here I'll continue to stay open with a Solemn. So I have 3 artifacts so far, so I could really go in a lot of different directions. Whatever my deck's doing, it wants a lot of mana, and it's got some card draw in the Mazemind Tome. I could end up moving off of this Cultivate if I wanted to play like a blue-black control deck. I'll see what I'm getting past. Skittering Surveyor's pretty good. It's another artifact. Works well with my my strategy so far. Yeah, I'll just take the Skittering Surveyor. I still don't know, like, none of these other cards are strong enough to make me want to commit to something. I could take the Ketria Triome as a way of getting up in, like, to the Golos mana, but well, I could just keep taking the artifacts with a Stone Coil Serpent. Is there an artifact deck in this cube? I don't think there are a ton of artifact payoffs. There's Karn. Sure, we'll take another artifact. Let's see. We'll see what we can do here. Noxious Gearhulk is just a very strong card. Also is an artifact in case that ends up mattering for our deck. I do like the Shalai deck. Shalai is kind of one of my favorite archetypes to draft in this cube. There are some green-white decks that play things like Mirari's Wake that just give you a ton of mana, and then Shalai allows you to convert that mana into a bunch of +1/+1 counters, and oftentimes those decks have like a token sub-theme to them. Take the Castle Lochthwain here. All of my card, like I've got a lot of playables. Castle is a pretty low downside card, like it doesn't really cost me much to put it in my deck, and sometimes it can almost single-handedly win me the game. Also a really good land to find with Golos. Take the Gifted Aetherborn, I guess? I still don't know exactly what I'm doing. Gifted Aetherborn, like I could just be mono black. Bestiary or Black Bloom Rogue? I'll take the Rogue, because it's basically 100% I know it's going to make my deck. The modal double face cards are just really, really strong. I like Chainer's Edict. Disfigure is pretty good, but Edict, like this, in this deck with Golos and Solemn and Skittering Surveyor, I probably will be able to flash it back, so. Take a Witch's Cauldron, but I'm probably not playing it. Cry of the Carnarium. Well, it's probably in the sideboard for now, but I could see it getting in there, maybe. Well, this is interesting. There's a Bolas's Citadel. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's take Bolas's Citadel. That seems like a fun card. I might even wheel this Grey Merchant, because black has felt very open. Like, I got like a late Chainer's Edict and Disfigure and Bloodchief's Thirst, so I'll take the Bolas's Citadel, see if I can wheel the Grey Merchant. So as of right now, I'm mono black. What cards would I like here? Artifact payoffs would be nice. Feed the Swarm's pretty good. It's also like Wayward Swordtooth. So Feed the Swarm's nice because it gives black something that it doesn't really have access to without it, which is enchantment removal. It does pay life, though, and life loss effects are bad to get. Like, you don't... The more life loss effects you have, the worse each one is. They stack very poorly. So it's not great with Bolas's Citadel. Swordtooth is kind of interesting. Swordtooth plays well with Bolas's Citadel. I think I might just take the Swordtooth. Scoot Swarm is also pretty good. I'm going to take the Swordtooth. Ooh, wow. Well, we got some stuff here. Obliterator is very strong if we end up mono black. I could take, like, Obliterator and wheel one of these other black cards. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's... Helm of the Host. Beginning of combat, make a token that's a copy, except the token isn't legendary. Could also get Ashiok Dreamrender. Spells and abilities your opponent's control can't cause their controller to search their library. That's kind of so-so. There's not a ton. I mean, there's like a decent number of things that interacts with, but not so much that I'd be wanting to play it without the second mode, and I don't think this deck's looking to mill my opponent out. I'll take the Helm of the Host. There's a chance I play it. It's like pretty good with Obliterator, Solemn, Golos. Plague Crafter. It's pretty good with Skittering Surveyor and Solemn Simulacrum. Could also just like take in Atris if I wanted to splash that. Which is a solid card. I'll just take the Plague Crafter. Skyclave Shade. I don't really have any combos with that just yet. Gravebreaker Lamia is pretty good. It works with the Eldest Reborn, and I might end up with another reanimation effect, or like an escape card. It's also just good with the Helm of the Host. 4/4 Lifelinkers are good cards to get back. Well, Demonic Embrace is kind of interesting. I could put that in the graveyard with the Lamia. There's also Veto. Can give my things lifelink. Do I have... So I've got 2 things with lifelink so far. Mazemind Tome gains life. I think I'm going to wield the Demonic Embrace, so I'm going to take Veto. I didn't count how many cards are in that pack. There's only going to be 1 card left. It probably won't be Demonic Embrace. Oops. I'll take Murderous Rider here. It's a solid, just removal spell. Has lifelink, so it works with the Veto. Midnight Reaper is also good. But I think I like Murderous Rider a little bit better with what I'm doing. Okay, the Gary Wield. Happy to snap that one up. There's a Feed the Swarm, which, now that I've got a little bit more lifelink, I'm more inclined to play. Archfiend of Ifnir. There's also a Vengeful Rebel. I guess I'll take the Vengeful Rebel. Archfiend, I just don't have a ton of stuff that kind of naturally goes to the graveyard. I guess I have an Eldest, or sorry, that naturally, like, cycles or whatever. The Vengeful Rebel might not make the cut either, depending on if I pick up other things, because I have Eldest Reborn, naturally goes to the graveyard. Skittering Surveyor is a dorky body that I can jump attack with. Ooh, Karn. Okay. Well, this is a great Karn deck. Karn works very, very well with all of our artifacts. It's a card advantage engine. Love, love, love Karn here. Hopefully I wheel the Elspeth's Nightmare. That's a Thoughtseize. There's also a Crawling Barrens. Crawling Barrens is really good, and I can find it with Golos. It's like a... It's just a huge threat. It's so hard to deal with. It dodges a lot of the removal. They need, like, instant speed unconditional removal to kill it. But I think I can't pass up the early interaction of Thoughtseize. That's just kind of too good. There's a chance I wheel Crawling Barrens. Not playing on Burial Rites, I don't think. Call the Death Dweller is pretty mediocre. I guess I'll just take a Dusk Legion Zealot. Foulmire Knight, that's a fine card. Okay, so this is 16 lands current, or 24 non-lands. I'm counting the Black Bloom as a land because I'm planning on playing it as a land most of the time. Oh, this Helm of the Host is in the wrong spot. That makes my curve look a little nicer. I'll put the Stone Coil at 3. There. Curve is even nicer now. I'll take the Epic Downfall. It's probably a sideboard card. Priest of the Forgotten Gods. I don't think I have quite enough fodder for that I'm wanting it. I think I'll just take the Agonizing Remorse. Yeah. Space Godzilla. That's pretty good with Eldest Reborn. I don't think I'm going to play it, though. It's just... It feels kind of dorky. Well, you know... I do actually have a couple of things that benefit from a Death Touch counter. I'm not playing the Inscription of Ruin. There's a chance that I could sideboard it in, but I don't know. I'll take the Space Godzilla. Acquisitions Expert. It's either that or Treasure Map. Treasure Map is just kind of scries. This, how many other types do I have? Cleric. I'm gonna take the Treasure Map, I think. Ooh, Elspeth's Nightmare Wield. Okay, wow, we're just getting hooked up on playables here. We've got way more than we need. Karn's Bastion. I can accelerate the Eldest Reborn, or proliferate onto my Karn, or Stone Coil Serpent. Okay, what's not being played right now? I'm probably not playing the Space Godzilla or the Vengeful Rebel. Gravebreaker Lamia gets a thing and puts it in the graveyard. Do I have anything that I can cast from my graveyard? Right now it's just getting a Chainer's Edict most of the time. That's pretty meh. I guess I could take on Burial Rites. I don't think I want Call of the Death Dweller, and I'm probably not going to play Rites because I don't really want to put any lands that don't produce black in the deck. I'm not Stitcher's Supplying. Doom Foretold. Wow. I don't think I'm playing Doom Foretold, but it's actually kind of interesting. It's wild that last pick has me thinking. I think I just like running a deck with great mana. Alright, so what are some cards I can cut here? So... this is at 18 lands with the Black Bloom Rogue, so I can go down to 17. So I've got Bloodchief's Thirst, Agonizing Remorse, as far as removal, I have Bloodchief's Thirst, Chainer's Edict, Epic Downfall, Feed the Swarm, Gifted Etherborn. Oh, 1 second.
Would it be okay if we close for 7?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna go get the groceries out.
Okay. Thanks, Mom. Okay. Gravebreaker Lamia. So, Skittering Surveyor's a little dorky here. I could play Doom Foretold off of just one. Off of like one Plains, I can play a Doom Foretold, and it would be pretty good in this deck. Got like Dusk Legion Zealot, Skittering Surveyor, Elspeth's Nightmare that I could sacrifice. It's kind of got me thinking. I don't know. I think I just want to stay mono black for the consistency, but it is interesting. Okay, so what am I cutting? Epic Downfall can come out for now. Maybe I sideboard Feed the Swarm. I just have a handful of life loss effects, and I'm trying to get down to fewer of those. Veto's a little dorky, right? Like, what do I have that works well with Veto? The Lamia, the Grey Merchant. I mean, it is kind of cute with Grey Merchant. I get to double damage them. Giving my team lifelink can just push through a big attack at the end of the game. So I think the Lamia feels a little bit weaker than most of my other cards. Costs 5 and it doesn't have a huge... I mean, just a 4/4 lifelink is kind of big, though. And I can put a Chainer's Edict in my graveyard. So I could cut, like, Veto Lamia. That way I still have my Surveyor. I'm hesitant to cut the Skittering Surveyor because I just have such powerful stuff that I'm doing up the curve that I kind of want to make sure I'm hitting my lands. Yeah, I think this deck's fine. I think I'm going to run it like that. Ooh. Got a game immediately. See what we're playing against here. So I'm on the play. Got a land-heavy hand. But I've kind of got... I guess I'll keep... I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't think I'm very good at mulliganing decisions. I think that's probably the weakest aspect of my game. I think I probably have a keep bias. Castle Lochthwain was a good draw. I like that. Riss and Ovia Pashiri. Oh, those are both pretty good. I'm going to cast the Chainer's Edict now because if I wait to cast it, then they're going to have tokens that they can sacrifice. And if I do it right now, it'll get one of their real creatures. Like now, they'll probably make a token with Riss. Yep. That's fine. I think I can let them have Riss for another turn. If I Solemn, it used my mana a little bit more efficiently. If all they're doing is making another token with it, I just don't really care about that. Yeah, go get another swamp. Oh, Song of Frailes, okay. Ooh, Elspeth's Nightmare, that's a nice one. Alright, well, let's start by attacking. See what they do. Yep. I take it. Okay, now I can go Elspeth's Nightmare on the wrist. I'm guessing they're going to activate it now. And then I'll play the Black Bloom Rogue after that. Yep. Okay, so they got a lot of mana this turn. That's a 6, okay. Uvenwald Hydra's pretty good. Let's see what they got going on. Elder Gargaroth, okay. Well, I'm not gonna Murderous Rider the Uvenwald Hydra then, because Elder Gargaroth is definitely the card that I am more scared of. So, with that in mind, I guess I'll just, like, swamp. Could just Chainer's Edict. These are going to be 2/2s next turn. This saves me a couple of life. Could also draw a card with Castle. That would take 3. I think I'll cast the Chainer's Edict. I'm not going to attack because I want to be able to block the elf with the Black Bloom Rogue. And I'm planning not to block the Uvenwald Hydra just yet. Oof, Shalai is really good, because now I have to kill the Shalai before I can do anything else. Oh. I forgot that... Oh, well, I would have had to... I think I would have had to target it when I put the trigger on the stack, so I don't think I had an opportunity to Murderous Rider there. Destroy Shalai. Then I will play Golos. Go get a land. I think it's the Karn's Bastion. Sure. No attacks. Okay, I'll just block here. Draw a card. Obliterator, heck yeah. Hoo hoo hoo, I like that. Debating if I want to Gear Hulk the Gargaroth or just play an Obliterator this turn. I think I want to Gear Hulk the Gargaroth because this way, even if they have a removal spell, I still get rid of the Elder Gargaroth, which is kind of a huge problem for me. Yep. And I'll go ahead and play out this Murderous Rider. Guess I'll just attack with the rogue. Two 1/1s, okay. That is pretty good against my plan here. So I can kill the Elspeth. No, I can't, because they can just double block. Well, let's start with the Eldest Reborn. Makes them sacrifice a creature. And then I will play Obliterator. And I guess no attacks. It's a little awkward. They're going to be able to exile all their good targets. Whew, thank goodness those are human soldiers. Ooh, okay, so I could actually proliferate with the Karn's Bastion to put another counter on the Eldest Reborn to make sure that I can get back their Elder Gargaroth. I kind of like that. That seems kind of sweet. Well, I'm also going to be drawing a card with the Castle Lockthwain, so let's do that first. And that way I can make a more informed decision here. Okay, Stone Coil's pretty good, but I think I do like, actually, proliferating onto just the one. And I will take that Elder Gargaroth. Thank you. Go to combat. If they want to pump up their things, that's fine. Guess I'll just attack them. And if they want to sack 5 permanents to this Obliterator, I'm pretty okay with that. And they decide that they would not like to sacrifice 5 permanents. So Uvenwald Hydra is getting to be a bit of a problem. It's a 9/9. Yep.
Find your valor and fight.
11/10 now. Paying 6 to get back their Elspeth. Oh, it's not even... So, I think if they deal more damage to the Obliterator, they sacrifice more permanents. So I think if they block with the Hydra, they sack 11 permanents, if I'm reading that right. Or 10. 9? 9. It got +2/+1. Helm of the Host. Well, that's a good draw. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy to Helm of the Host onto Noxious Gearhulk here. Go to combat, get a copy of Noxious Gearhulk. I will blow up your Uvenwald Hydra. Yes, take action. And... yeah, they've decided. They've decided it's game. Okay, what did I see? I saw... Shalai, I saw Elder Gargaroth, Elspeth, Ovia Bashiri, Riss, that 2/2 flash creature that I'm blanking on the name of. Cry of the Carnarium seems pretty good versus them. Okay, what's bad? So Plaguecrafter's very bad. Cry seems pretty good. What else? I like Epic Downfall. That's good against their Shalais and other big things. Chainer's Edict seems pretty bad. Feed the Swarm is a way of killing, like, Elder Gargaroth and Uvenwald Hydra. I don't love it. Like, it's not my favorite way to do that, but it is, like... Sometimes you just gotta get an Elder Gargaroth off the battlefield. Death Toucher, which is pretty good. Dead on time. Okay. I'll cut the Feed the Swarm. It's not... What else would I be cutting? For 10 seconds. Panicking. Okay, I'm gonna cut the Stone Coil Serpent for it, actually. Mazemind Tomb's really doing some work here. I'll keep this hand. I can scry into some lands with the Mazemind Tome, and I kind of want to play with my Bolas' Citadel. Scry. And I'm going to scry Upkeep again to try to find a land. Yikes. Draw for the turn. Well. I guess I'm going to play Agonizing Remorse, get a look at what they've got going on. Holy cow, they got a lot of good cards. Okay, well, which of these am I the most afraid of? Cathar's Crusade is spooky. Collected Company is probably just, like, not that good in their deck. Like, I saw a lot of more than... Like, they might not even hit twice off of it. I don't think I can beat a Cathar's Crusade if that card resolves. So that's the card I'm going to take. temple, yep. Sorry about that. Just sending a quick text. Ooh, good thing I drew a land. I didn't even have my stop set to scry. Sure, we'll go Skittering Surveyor here to hit another land. Sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, accompanying. Whew. I wanted to say sorry, but I can't. They won't let you say sorry unless your opponent just said oops. So I'm gonna scry because I think I want to keep hitting lands. Ooh, Foulmire Knight's actually a really good draw. Go to my main. Because Foulmire Knight, I can just play the Death Toucher, I think, and then the Gifted Aetherborn, and that way they have a very hard time attacking on the ground now. And next turn I can play my Karn, or if I hit a land, I could Eldest Reborn, although that's not looking very good at the moment. Yep. Ooh, I do like Obliterator here, but I also kind of like Karn. Obliterator puts them on a very quick clock. It also works well with the Grey Merchant. Okay, I'm going to Obliterator. I'll attack with my Gifted Aetherborn. If they want to trade off a bunch of tokens for this, I'm okay with that, but I don't think they will. Yeah. And then I'll play my Phyrexian Obliterator. And end the turn. So, Grey Merchant currently drains them for 9. Yep. My turn. Okay. I'm gonna play Karn and plus it to try to hit my lands. I'm pretty happy with that outcome. So I'm debating, so if I get in for enough, then I could just, if I hit them for 8, no, I would need to hit them for 10, okay. I'll just attack with those two, I think. Yeah, and no blocks. Okay. Sure, you got it. So I think next turn I'll be able to Obliterator attack them, and I don't think that they'll block, and then drain them out with the Grey Merchant. Yep. They got like a bajillion tokens. This is nice. It's good. We'll see if they play around the, resolve all. If they play around my Gray Merchant here. Me. Okay. Yeah, I'll just take some damage. That's fine. No blocks. So, I don't... Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with the Obliterator and see what they do. Because if they don't block it, then I'm in very good shape. And if they do, then they're sacrificing 5 permanents, and then, well, from there I can try to figure out a secondary line to victory. Okay, they did decide to block it. Don't like that. I'm going to sack lands. Servos. Okay. So I'm going to play a land, and then I could Gear Hulk. Destroying the wrists is probably what I want to do. I think I like that bet. If I Bolus' Citadel, I might be able to hit, Cry of the Carnarium, which is pretty sweet. So if I destroy the wrist, do I still lose? 1, so they've got 4, 8, they've got 9 attackers. I will be at 11, and I'll have 4 blockers. I'm still, like, basically dead, right? Well, actually, though, I'm gaining a little bit of life. I can make a... Yeah, okay. This works, I think. So I can destroy the wrists. I gain 2 life. I can do a thing with Maze Mind Tome if I want. What do I have exiled? Just Thoughtseize. Okay, so I'm going to down-tick Karn to make a construct. And then I'll end my turn. And this way, next turn, if I can get in and attack with the Noxious Gear Hulk, I might be okay. Attack him with everything. Okay. Well, I actually don't hate that either, because now I can play Bolus' Citadel. Helm of the Host costs, what, 4 life? Okay. Black Bloom Rogue costs 3 life. Okay. Yeah, I'll play it as a creature. Can feed the Swarm the Ovia Pashiri. That puts me down to 1. Or I could just hit the token. Yeah, I like hitting the token. Okay, now I can Blood Chief's Thirst down to 1. Without kicker. Hit that one. Go to 1. Play a land. I'll scry with the Maze Mind Tome to put that to the bottom and gain 4. Okay, now at 5 they have 8 creatures. I think I'm just gonna down-tick Karn to make another construct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So I could... I can force some bad blocks, maybe? It's like I'm like really close to burning them out with Bolas' Citadel here, but I think I can live another turn, so I'm just gonna pass. No attacks, end turn. Because I don't think they can kill me. I've got a big built-out board, and then next turn I can just Grey Merchant to kill them. Or Bolas' Citadel if I need to. Or Grey Merchant, gain a bunch of life, play some more stuff with Bolas' Citadel. Yep. So as long as they can't kill me this turn, I like my odds. Yep. My turn, okay. Alright, well, I will play the land. And let's just go ahead and Grey Merchant. I win? I win. Woo! Whew, close game. Okay, well, I will see you all in the next round. Okay, here we are for round 2. I didn't start recording until I had kept the hand, so sorry about that. It was a sketchy 2-land keep, but looks like I got there on the land, so we're all good. Opponent played Fibblethip. Trying to decide if I want to play this Foulmire Knight or save it. I think I'm going to have a lot of gas this game, so I'm going to go ahead and run this Foulmire Knight out there. I don't really want to trade it for Fibblethip, but my next few turns I'm going to be using all my mana, so... this turn I'm pretty happy to Elspeth's Nightmare. Which, my opponent's got some mana up, they might counter it. Okay, there's a Censor, that's fine. No attacks. Part of the reason I played the Foulmire Knight is because I want something that can defend Karn. I don't really want to run Karn into a counterspell here, so I'm going to play the Skittering Surveyor, because I don't care if that one gets countered. Yeah. Take action, get a Swamp. No attacks. Sulundi Vision. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna really try to wait until my opponent's tapped out if I can before I play this Karn, because just getting Karn countered is pretty bad for me. I'm leaning pretty hard on it as my game plan here. Okay. Well, now I can go ahead and play the Karn. And I will start by ticking this up. Thoughtseize and a Bloodchief's Thirst. Well, those are two good hits. You can kill this Riel with the Bloodchief's Thirst. Well, probably Murderous Rider it, just because it costs... I have to kick it to kill Riel. And I'd rather just use the Murderous Rider and leave the more flexible one in my hand. Plus, that way I can actually play the Murderous Rider. Yep. Okay. Opponent is scrying with the Magma Jet. Then they're probably going to send Riel at Karn. I'll let Karn take that hit. Skittering Surveyor's holding back Fibblethip. And Riel's only going to get bigger. Yep. No blocks. They might be able to finish off Karn. Looks like they can't. Okay. So I'm going to start by thought seizing them and see what's going on here. I'm going to peek at their hand. Okay, they have Banefire, Experimental Overload, that's a good one, and Commit to Memory. I think I'll take the Overload. Yeah, I'll take the Overload. Oh! Whoopsies! Forgot about the fact that Riel has an ability. Well, that was a that was a pretty big mistake. Let's hope they can't counter this Murderous Rider now. Okay, they'll return it with the end of the row. That's fine. Go no attacks. Yeah, that was a pretty painful turn. I sequenced that pretty poorly. So they're probably going to Banefire this Karn to kill it this turn, would be my guess. Can even play the Riel as well. Yep, there's the Banefire. Kills the Karn. Okay. Riel Part 2. Play a land. I'll kick a Bloodchief's Thirst to hit Riel. And I'll say go. Magmatic Channeler. Yeah, okay. Oh, Bolas' Citadel. So, they can cast Commit on this. What if I cast Golos? They'll probably commit the Golos. I'm not positive if they will, or they might just not care about Golos, so I'm going to play Bolas' Citadel. I'll let them cast Commit. That'll put it into my library. And weirdly, this is actually kind of protecting it, because now... Oh wait, no, the memory shuffles, so never mind. Well, either way, it wouldn't be protected. I guess this way they know that I have it there, so maybe if I had cast Golos, then they wouldn't be incentivized to use memory. Dungeon Geist, Silent Departure. Yeah, Dungeon Geist is good. Okay. Oh, and I've got Golos too. This was so silly of me. So silly, Ryan. That's okay. I can Plague Crafter, sacking Skittering Surveyor. And then I can just pass the turn and draw a card with Castle Adept on their end step. Yeah. They might just cast Memory. Okay. Maybe I should have just cast Golos because they're probably going to Memory. So I'm going to block with the Plague Crafter here. I just want to keep my life total high, so because if I get this Bolas' Citadel in play. Okay. So they're casting Illyrios. Yep. Alright, I will draw a card to get the Citadel. Go ahead and play the Citadel. Okay, 2 life. I will... This is kind of awkward. Yikes, that's like really bad. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Helm of the Host. Yikes. That's a real bad hit. Well, I'm dead on board, so I have to dig out of it now. This is like some, Okay. They just win that one. Well, that was a painful game. Okay. How can I... What do they got going on here? What would I like against them? I could take out the Stonecoil Serpent. Stonecoil feels a little dorky against them. I mean, it has reach. It has protection from multicolored. Epic Downfall seems pretty good against Dungeon Geist and Riel. I guess I'll swap that for like the Stonecoil Serpent. Yeah. That will be on the play. Yep, hand seems pretty good. Helm of the Host up a Skittering Surveyor here. I'm going to start with Agonizing Remorse. I just want to know if they've got counter magic and how I should be playing. Magmatic Channeler, negate Hieroglyphic Illumination into the Royal Dungeon Geist. I think I'll take the negate. Because they can just Chainer's Edict the Magmatic Channeler. Yeah, I'll take negate. So that my Helm of the Host resolves. Although Helm is pretty bad against Into the Royal. Yep, I got Channeler. I'll go ahead and Chainer's Edict them, make them sack it. Hopefully this keeps them off of lands. Well, they got a land. Play a Skittering Surveyor. Go get a Swamp. Fibblethip, yep. Ooh, Grey Merchant, hello. Okay, that's gonna be fun. Grey Merchant plus Helm of the Host is a nice little combo. Let's get in with Skittering Surveyor. I think I'm gonna Grey Merchant this turn. Because next turn I can go Gifted Aetherborn and Helm of the Host. It just lets me use my mana a little bit more efficiently. Helm of the Host on Grey Merchant is awesome if I'm able to set it up. So they get to double vision here, which that's pretty spooky. That's definitely powerful. So I'll play Karn's Bastion. Gifted Etherborn. And Helm of the Host. And I will just get in with both. So they're going to have to end the Royal here. They'll probably do that when I go... Oh, never mind. Wow, that is very powerful. That was pretty brutal. Okay, I don't think we can win now. If we draw like Bolas' Citadel, we could still win. But that certainly disrupts the game plan we had been going for. Let's get in with both and see what they do. Ooh, well, I like that. That turns on my my Chainer's Edict here. So next turn they'll probably play Dungeon Geists, and I get to now Chainer's Edict that. I mean, we do have some live draws. Okay, they're not doing the Dungeon Geists, so I'm gonna get in with this Grey Merchant. They opt not to block. Can't say I blame them. Or, I guess they couldn't block, but not to into the Royal it is what I meant. Disdainful Stroke. Yeah, alright, now it's looking bad. Now it's looking bad for us. What are we trying to draw towards? I guess like a Phyrexian Obliterator would be pretty good. Karn would be very strong. Yep, there's the Electromancer. Okay, well, we can downfall the Dungeon Geists. And pass the turn. Yep. Okay. My turn. Well, I'll start by getting in with the Grey Merchant. And I'm not going to deal with the Saheeli, I'm just attacking their face. Alright, Dusk Legion Zealot. Commit. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. They get to put back my Grey Merchant as well. Alright, now let's draw a Phyrexian Obliterator. Oh, okay, they get to order. Interesting. Fairy. Okay. Well, I'm not liking my odds here. They've got 2 Planeswalkers and a double vision on board. And an Into the Royal in hand. And I have a Chainer's Edict in my graveyard against a board of servos. So, it's looking pretty grim here. Okay, they pitch the End of the Royal. Which probably means that the other card they drew is pretty good.
Some lessons for you all.
Yep. Well, Gearhulk is a nice one. I will take that. See if they have a counterspell. No counterspell. Alright, well, I'll kill the Electromancer.
Think fast.
Double Magma Jet my Gear Hulk. Okay. Bottom. Top, bottom. Okay. Riel. Alright, well that's very good with Teferi. Opponent's got some fun stuff going on over there. They got a brew going. Alright. Yeah, you know, you got it. I'm not feeling the need to play this one out. Here we are for round 3. We are on the play, and our hand is very good. Very good. We have a lot of spells we can cast. Hello. I'm going to play the Dusk Legion Zealot because I'm not going to be drawing cards off the Maze Mind Tome for a little while yet. Plus, this way I have a thing to sack with for the Plague Crafter if I need to. Ooh, that's a... Plague Crafter is very, very good here. Gives me a way of actually killing the Odonto Vanguard. That card is very difficult to kill, so... Happy that I found a way to get it off the board. Mentor of the Meek. Okay. That lines up well for us. Allows us to Elspeth's Nightmare them. We'll get in for 3. Next turn we get a look at their hand. Pretty soon here we'll get to start drawing some cards off of Maze Mind Tome. Yeah, I'm liking our position. Has 5 cards in hand. Glorybond Initiate. Fairgrounds Warden, Sea Dasher Octopus, fight as 1. Okay. Well, Fairgrounds Warden's pretty good against Helm of the Host, so... Because they can just helm whatever creature I equip. If I play Helm now, they'll probably Fairgrounds Warden to get rid of my Plague Crafter. Sea Dasher Octopus is nice on the Glorybound Initiate. I guess I'll just draw some cards. Yeah, I'll just play Maze Mind Tome and draw a card. Ooh, Thoughtseize, that's nice. Target them. What do I take, though? Probably the Octopus. I don't really care about the Fairgrounds Wardening my Plague Crafter especially much. Like, it's kind of annoying because I was hoping to Helm of the Host it, but Helm of the Hosting Skittering Surveyor is just fine. And I think the way that they get back into this game, or a way that they can get back into this game, is by getting some snowballing advantage with a Sea Dasher Octopus. And I'll attack the Plague Crafter, because I think next turn they're probably going to Fairgrounds Warden it anyway, so... Luminarch Aspirant. Well, that's a good one. There's the Fairground Warden. Aspirant's kind of spooky. Makes a big Glorybound Initiate. I can gain a lot of life. What would I like here? Noxious Gear Hulk would be a very good draw. Because I could Noxious Gear Hulk, kill the Fairgrounds Warden, get back my Plague Crafter. That would be pretty good. Well, let's start with Start with a Maze Mind Tome here. Draw a card. Ooh, I like Bloodchief's Thirst. I can hit the... So I can either kill one of these two, probably the Aspirant, I think that's the one I'm more scared of, or I could kick it to kill the Fairgrounds Warden, get back my Plague Crafter, and then make them sack another one of those. Yeah, I kind of like that plan. I kind of like the kill the Fairgrounds Warden plan. Yep, each sacrifice. They decide to keep the Glory-Bound Initiate. Okay. It's a 4-2 that can become a 5-5 lifelinker. Skittering Surveyor. Get a land. Play Swamp. And... Could... That costs 4. 3, 4, 5. I guess I'll Maze Mind Tome. Now I'm wishing I hadn't played the Surveyor, because I could have Golos to use my mana a little more efficiently. No blocks. Boys' Citadel's interesting. Well, let's start with Maze Mind Tome. See what I hit. Because if I draw, like, a removal spell for the Initiate, I definitely want to play that. Okay, I did not. I'll play Karn's Bastion, and I think I'll just play Golos. Go get the castle. And this way they're at least forced to exert the Glory-Bound Initiate, at which point I can just block with the Skittering Surveyor. Well, that's not good. Don't love that. I am going to block here to keep my life total high, because next turn I can Bolas' Citadel. Yeah, let's Citadel. Well, that's a good one. Chainer's Edict. I'll pay 1 for a Foulmire Knight. This cost me 3 to do now. I might just play the Black Bloom Rogue. The opponent probably just has a land in hand. On the other hand, if I play this, then I can ensure that they're in top deck mode. I think my opponent has a land in hand. So... I'm just going to use my mana and play Helm of the Host, I guess. Pass the turn. Okay, well, Noxious Gearhulk is not a great one to have on the top of my library, but it is a good one to have in my hand next turn, especially with Helm of the Host, so I like that. I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to go ahead and double check that my opponent is... Yeah, they are out. Now that it only costs 1 life, it's a little less A little easier to swallow. Okay. Go Helm of the Host on my Black Bloom Rogue. Go to combat. Hit you for 3. Alright. So my opponent is an aggressive deck. Cry might be good against them. So what am I taking out? Skittering Surveyor feels just a little... It's like kind of just on the weak side in general. Lamia... Considering taking out the Helm of the Host as well, just because of how slow it is. I think I want to put in Cry of the Carnarium. That seems pretty good versus their deck. And then... Feed the Swarm? Vengeful Rebel? Guess I'll play a Feed the Swarm. Okay. Okay, his hand is good. Got some early interaction. Can Thoughtseize them here. Well, I think I'm just gonna... Maybe I just take Elspeth Conqueror's Death? I can Chainer's Edict their Luminarch Aspirant. I think Elspeth Conqueror's Death is the card I'm most scared of. Yeah, because they can get back the Aspirant with Elspeth Conqueror's Death. And I don't have a lot of other ways of interacting with that card. Okay, let's make them sack that Aspirant. Okay, we got a couple of ways of killing small things. That's not a small thing. That's a problem. Resplendent Angel. So the thing is, if I gifted Aetherborn, I know they're just going to Banishing Light it. But I guess that means they're not casting Umara Wizards, so maybe that's just fine. If I Elspeth Conqueror's Death, I could get the Banishing Light out of their hand next turn, or force them to Banishing Light the Dusk Legion Zealot. Guess I'll just Aetherborn. Not feeling good about this game. Really need a removal spell for this Resplendent Angel. Kinjali Sunwing. That's decent, but not great. Especially since I have Elspeth's Nightmare, so... Alright, well, let's get in there with the Gifted Aetherborn. I just realized if I had Nightmared pre-combat, I could have attack with both. Oh, do they have Fight as one? Fight as one would be quite annoying. I hope they don't have Fight as one. That pause makes me think that they have Fight as one. Because I could just Golos or Grey Merchant gain a bunch of life. Guess I'll Golos. Go get a castle locked lane, I guess. I mean, I'm probably not activating it this game. Banishing Light. On my lifelinker. Okay. Well, here we are again. You're probably wondering how I got here. Yikes. Alright, I'll... Okay, they don't have fight as one. Well, if they don't have a land next turn... Okay, that's bad. Yep, so they get to make a 4/4. Don't like that. Ooh, they didn't pump it. Interesting. They can draw a card and take 3, but I don't think I want to do that. So I get to... Okay, so they're holding up Castle Ardenvale to play around Chainer's Edict. Okay, that makes more sense. Sublime Epiphany. Yeah, okay, that's good. So instead of having 0 Resplendent Angels, they are going to have 2. Well, I will play a really big Stonecoil Serpent and hope that that gets there. Does have Reach. So their attacks with the Resplendent Angels aren't very good anymore. Unless they have a pump spell. Oh, they can just pump the one I don't block. Yeah, okay, never mind. They win. Alright, you got it. Yep. Well... Put in Epic Downfall. Figure out what I'm taking out for that here. Maybe Plaguecrafter? Plaguecrafter seems kind of meh against them if they're making tokens. Well... Could be Treasure Map. Treasure Map's a little on the slow side. Their deck's pretty fast. I have a lot of things that lose me life. More than I would like. I'm debating if it's even worth it to have this Feed the Swarm in here because of how many life loss effects I have. Realistically, I'm probably supposed to cut Bolas' Citadel in this matchup. What if I just do that? What if I cut Bolas' Citadel and put in, like, a 5-drop that has lifelink? That's gotta be good, right? Yeah, that's probably better against them. Play first. Have to mulligan this. Have to go to 5. Okay. Well, this hand's pretty good. I'm just going to put back 2 lands. See if I can scry into some lands with this Maze Mind Tome. Okay. Yeah, Sphinx of Foresight's pretty good. Yep, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and scry now. That's a land. I'll keep it on top. Play a land. I will Blood Chief's Thirst the Aspirant, and I'll just go ahead and draw a card now with the Tome. Cool. So that gets us up to Karn. Mentor the Meek. Okay. Well, I think Karn's gonna have to wait a turn here, because I wanna... Trying to decide which of these 2 I want to use. So Feeding the Swarm... Feed the Swarm's a little more flexible, but I'm probably casting whichever one I don't use now on this Sphinx of Foresight. And Feed the Swarm means I take 1 less life from that. Yeah, I'll Feed the Swarm. Take 3. I'll just go ahead and draw now. There's the Sphinx of Foresight. I would have liked that Elspeth's Nightmare last turn, but that's okay. Can Epic Downfall that. I'll play the Dusk Legion Zealot. Puts a body on the board to protect Karn. Spectral Sailor. Okay. Turn. Well, let's start by... So this is interesting. I could Agonizing Remorse them to make sure that they don't have, like, a Fight as One. Or I could Elspeth's Nightmare them, because they're probably going to draw a card in response, and then I can Agonizing Remorse from a larger card pool. I think the odds that they have Fight as One are fairly small, so... I'll Elspeth's Nightmare. Yep, and they draw the card. Agonizing Remorse you. It's got to be Elspeth Conquers Death, right? Yeah. Okay, and get in. Plus, this way, if they draw a non-creature with the Hieroglyphic Illumination, I might be able to nab it. Because they want to cast the Illumination so I don't get to steal that, but now they might have one stuck in hand that costs 3 mana or something. So let's see what our opponent's got. 3 lands. Well, I'm also very okay with that. Gonna Karn. And uptick.
I have faced worse that well chosen.
Which swamp do they want to give me? Draw a card off Maze Mind Tome. And I'll get in with the Dusk Legion Zealot. I'm liking our odds this game. Glorybound Initiate, okay. That's pretty good. What? That was bizarre. Go ahead and uptick Karn again. Cry of the Carnarium and Foulmire Knight. Well, those are both good draws. Okay. It gave me the Knight, so I will draw a card, lose a life. And I'll just Plague Crafter here. Sack the Zealot. Play out the Foulmire Knight. And I'm liking our position here. We've got a Cry of the Carnarium in the bank from Karn if we end up needing that. Well, that was a good draw. Okay. Well, that's pretty scary. Well, I'm going to start by attacking with a Plague Crafter and the Foulmire Knight. They actually don't have great blocks here, because if they block the Plague Crafter, I can go get the Cry. Yeah, they decided not to block. Okay. So I'm debating... I could Lamia and go put a... Chainer's Edict in the graveyard. I think I like that. And I'm going to do this before Karn, because this way I won't accidentally exile the Chainer's Edict with Karn. Okay, Chainer's Edict. Why is that cost reduced? Oh, Lamia. Okay. So they're going to be able to kill the Karn. So would I rather have the worst out of 2 cards, or what will end up being a 2/2? Well, I'm gonna make them at least attack the Karn with both, so that I can hit them back for some damage. Yep. So they'll be able to kill the Karn. Shadow Spear is scary. Yikes. Ooh, they're just attacking me? Okay, that's interesting. Warkite Marauder. Okay. So I think I'm gonna... I'm going to start by attacking them with everything. I can Karn minus for Cry of the Carnarium to kill the Warkite Marauder and then Chainer's Edict, so that I actually get an Angel. I don't think they're going to block here, because that makes my Chainer's Edict a lot better. Yep. Okay, I'm going to minus... grab this Cry. And then I'll cry to get rid of the Warkite Marauder. And now I can Chainer's Edict them. Now if my opponent wants to... Like, they can attack down Karn, but they can't kill Karn. And 5 lifelink versus 4 lifelink is a pretty even race, so they're not really clocking me. Okay. Yeah, Castle Ardenvale's pretty good. Could grab the Phyrexian Obliterator, maybe? Well, let's start by hitting with the Gravebreaker. Okay, they make a token. Yep. So they can actually make a token in their main phase and then pass the Shadow Spear over, and that way they just gain a little bit of extra life. I'm gonna Karn... So I do have quite a few removal spells in my deck that I could find with Karn. I could also just grab the Phyrexian Obliterator, which puts them on a bit of a clock. I'm gonna uptick Karn and see what we hit. Okay, well, I like both of those quite a bit. Yep, they give me the Grey Merchant. Fine by me. So I can now Solemn Simulacrum. Go get a Swamp. And Grey Merchant. Drain my opponent for 3. Now, next turn, I can get the Noxious Gearhulk and kill their Angel. Okay. I hit my Lamia, that's fine. I still don't have... I mean, this game could still go either way here. It's not, certainly not guaranteed, even after I deal with this Angel. Let's grab the Gearhulk. And kill the Angel. Yes, I would like to do that. Thank you. I'll attack them with both of these. Yeah. Oh. I guess they can double block on the Solemn, but then I draw a card, so I'm not too upset about that. Okay. They chose not to. I'm not going to draw a card off this Castle Lochthwain right now. I only have 9 cards left in my deck. I think I'm planning on using Karn's Bastion to just put another loyalty counter on Karn. Well, we'll see what they do here. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to draw a card off of the... Yeah, attacking was a mistake. I could have left back defenders here. Let's see if they see... They might not realize that... Yeah, they don't. Okay. Whew. Alright, so we get to keep our Karn alive.
Please stop.
What do I have exiled with Karn right now? I could grab a Phyrexian Obliterator. I think I like that.
What was lost is now returned.
Obliterator. Let's go ahead and draw a card off this castle. And I will swiftly end this Fairgrounds Warden. Getting back my Lamia. Wonder if I can fail to find. Just put back a land, I guess. Can I submit 0? I don't know if I want to or not. I guess I'll... yeah. Okay. We'll attack with both. Okay, I can make a 1/1. So I like my position here, but it still could turn around. If they drew, like, Resplendent Angel, that would be a problem for me. Sublime Epiphany? Shalai. Okay, yeah, Shalai's pretty good. Shalai means I can only attack with the Obliterator now. And I'm kind of off the drawing cards with Castle Lochthwain plan now that I only have 5 cards left in my deck. Alright. Stonecoil's a very good draw. I don't really love attack. I don't know. Attacking with the Gifted Aetherborn's a little awkward because they can make a token and then triple block. What if I attack with everything? They make a token. I get to eat my Lamia. But I still get in for a little extra damage. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. So they'll probably block the Lamia. Go block, block, block. Take 7 down to 2. X equals 6 Shark Typhoon, you say? Okay, well that's pretty spooky. Maybe I should have thought seized them. I had just been assuming that whatever they were keeping was going to be a land. Now I'll thought seize them because I know that the card they're drawing is a random card. Are they blocking this Obliterator? No, they're not. Okay. Well, I'm actually kind of happy about the Murderous Rider dying, because that means I have 1 more card left in my deck. Because Murderous Rider goes to the bottom of my deck when it dies. So, do not mind that at all. So they've got 5 toughness, and then... oh, I can't thought seize them. They have a Shalai. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, I'm just going to Stonecoil for 1,000,000. Stonecoil X... oh, I can actually X13. We'll do that. Please no Jari Disruption. Okay. Well, I'm liking my position here. Having a 13/13 with Reach and Trample is pretty solid. Okay. I will Eldest Reborn. Good game. Whew. Oh, that was a fun one. Thanks for tuning in. I think my next few videos are going to be a mix of Arena Cube drafts, and I'm going to try out the Vintage Cube Supreme drafts that are going up on Magic Online. So you can look forward to some of those videos this coming week. Have a good one, and see you later.